Yo, what up? It's Brendan,
I'm Brandon.
and this is
The Brews and Bros Podcast. Can you pass me the mic?
passing the mic. Josh. All right, for real this time. There it is. All right, B. So
Great view. There we go, baby. There we go, dude.
Who the hell is Brooks and Dunn?
You don't know who Brooks and Dunn are? Okay, so to be fair,
I was trying to Google it. I was like, is it like the Blues Brothers?
no, they're just a random country band who I personally happened to discover like our freshman year of high school. Nothing crazy. Nothing anything weird, nothing like that. But they have a couple of songs that I like. But I can already tell that my fucking frame rate on here is ass, so Brooks and Dunn, say goodbye.
How'd they bring down the frame rate? Was it them?
Well, so I can already tell a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the internet works. When,
As much as I can.
Like, no. Not like saying, like, hey, man, you know how the internet fucking works. But, like, in terms of, like, it's hard for me to describe when, like, you live by yourself and so, like, your own devices are your own problem.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, living at home still, everybody is fucking doing something. So, like, someone's watching fucking TV, but it's using the internet, or someone's using their phone, or blah, 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 whatever the case may be. I mean, you can kind of remember, like, from when we were living here, where, like, we'd be trying to play, like, Rainbow Six Siege, and all of a sudden the fucking internet would just shit the fucking bed. And we're like, dude, what the fuck? There ain't no way. Or, like, the other night, when we were recording the podcast. And we're like, wait a second. What's happening? Where'd the fucking internet go? You know what I mean? So,
I remember
kind of the same thing.
Trying to not be disrespectful and ask your dad, hey, what you doing down? But now that Steph is back, it's probably even more so.
Well, based on my work schedule, it doesn't bother me at all. Because I'm up before anybody else in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And then I typically get off. The only person at that time who is using the internet is my mom, or maybe, if it just so happens to be, Chris and or Steph, just because of, you know, the days of the week and their schedules and stuff. But
Chris be falling asleep watching that subbed anime. He waking up like, konnichiwa!
I've never seen him fall asleep. That's the one thing he will not fall asleep to.
I don't know, man. I feel like he probably like has like a sixth sense. He is sleeping, but as soon as he touches doorknob, he just awakens.
Sharingan.
Byakugan.
But yeah, man. So anyway, welcome back to the Brews and Bros podcast. I'm Brandon. That's Brendan.
I'm Brendan. I got peach mango.
I have
Body up.
Catalina lime mixer.
Ain't that how that song goes? Catalina.
Yo, don't you fucking ever talk shit about Gasolina, bro.
Gasolina, that's the one.
I fuck with that song. I'm not shitting you. I fuck with that song heavy. That shit, there's just something, I don't know what it is about it, but that shit gets me fucking going, bro.
It's the vato in you. You say, hey, it's Spider. Hey.
It could be. But yeah, man, so, not to get anything into anything too serious. So, at my job, I listen to a lot of podcasts. Makes time go by. I like hearing people talk. It's, you know, always been my dream to have a talk radio show, whatever the case may be. And the guy that I was listening to,
Mm-hmm.
him and his guest were talking about how if you have a podcast and all you see in the future is dollar signs, just give it up. And then I started to think, and I said, what was the real reason that me and B started this podcast? And I said, well, it's because we always thought our conversations were funny, blah, blah.
They
We want to
are.
make money.
Yeah, get some moolah for our
Which
ideas.
is, and like he said, he's like, that's totally fine, but it's gonna be a long fucking grind. He said, but if you have a podcast and you have nothing to fucking talk about, no one will listen.
You gotta find something to talk about.
And the more I listen to it, I'm like, dude, I love this podcast. I love blah blah blah. But I'm like, bro, what is... Like, we need to start getting some fucking, like, people on this motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I think after next week, that extra insight, assuming spoiler alert, assuming that the other B is
For sure. And I think that not only, like, just having him, but I think just, like, having regular... I wouldn't say regular people, but just having people on the podcast.
the Everyday Podcast featuring everybody.
Dude, no shit. That's what we should have fucking named it from the get-go. I'm sure we'd be fucking rich by now.
Like the people of New York, just like, hey, tell us your story.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy. And then,
Yeah,
go
dude.
find some weird Colorado people, be like, I was here before 2013, before.
Find some weird Colorado people. I can go fucking 2 houses down, and I'm sure I'll find somebody.
Bro, just go down the hill. I'm already in Manitou already, I just be like, hey,
Dude,
hey,
100%.
hey.
In Manitou, that's where the fucking goons live, bro.
The only reason, crap, I almost called him Charlie Chaplin. The only reason Charles Manson is so popular is because he got caught. I guarantee you go to Manitou, everybody's Charles
Dude,
Manson out there.
they fucking, dude, 100%. They're like, bro, weed saved my life. And you're like, okay, how? I'm curious. And they're like,
Yeah.
they're like, shut the fuck up, dude. You wouldn't understand how THC and fucking marijuana saved my fucking life, bro. It's like, no, like, I'm trying to, like, figure out how. Like, I'm
THC.
I'm
1,
just
2,
curious. And they're just like, fuck you, dude.
Hey, you ever had a poppy seed bagel?
Yeah, dude, it's just... Look, again, this is just my personal opinion. I don't care what fucking drug you do. I don't care. You could fucking be smoking crack at the 7-Eleven listening to this right now. And guess what? I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, whatever makes you happy. But, I will say that I have a 100% problem with people who smoke weed on a regular basis because they're the only drug peddlers who are constantly like, no, dude, it'll change your fucking life. I've smoked weed, and guess what? I'm still depressed. I still fucking hate myself. I still want to fucking die. What
Have you tried heroin and a poppy seed bagel?
It's just the wrong strain, bro. There shouldn't be a fucking strain. I don't eat different strains of radishes. Or fucking tomatoes. Why the fuck is weed so different? I don't care. If it's a fucking cure-all, like y'all motherfuckers say it is, why is it not fucking helping everybody? Again, just to point my position in the right place, I truly don't care if you smoke weed. If you smoke weed, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. If weed helps you, that's fine. If it doesn't, blah, 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 whatever. I could go on and on. The grand scheme of things is it's kind of like now that I think about it, it's kind of like the conversation you and I were having earlier today about extremists and non-extremists.
And I told you, no matter what happens, the good people will always be overshadowed.
Not weed smokers, though, bro. Not weed smokers. Anybody who fucking smokes weed on a regular basis is like, dude, this is the greatest thing that's ever fucking happened to me. Why the fuck aren't you doing it?
Hey, B, you know why? Because you ain't smoked enough. Just put it in your food instead. Make edible poppy seed. Blah.
You ever want to trip and feel fucking great at the same time? Carve a
It's
fucking
legal.
swastika into your forehead.
You live in Colorado. Cauliflower. Blah.
So, we were also having a kind of, I wouldn't say it was a separate conversation, but it was, I don't know. For me, I think that every conversation we have is just a continuation of a conversation we started back in 2009. You know what I mean?
About
Just
string
about anything.
bean.
It continues. It just continues. It's kind of like a fucking soup that was made thousands of years ago that has been in the same pot. You know what I mean?
Segue.
Yeah, just this fucking weird up and down where sometimes it's better than others, sometimes it's kind of shitty. So in that same vein, we were talking about how, fuck man, I literally just forgot.
Did you know that if you open up Messenger, you could scroll?
Scroll how far, like, what do you mean?
Well, how far ago was it? Was it this morning?
Well, okay. I see what you're saying.
Here,
Well,
I already
my phone is charging because I'm a normal human being.
I got this picture of Dana White.
Nope, it was before. It was like this morning.
Sorry, y'all. It's a little quiet here because we talk a lot.
Hold on. We do. So okay, hold on. 7. Okay, so wait, hold on. So okay, just to preface the audience, the first thing that I sent to you this morning was a reply to a message last night, and I said, "Makes sense," ha 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 ha, and then I sent you a meme like right after.
Yeah, I just looked at that.
Toast with foreskins.
Mm-hmm.
And people are probably about to be like, oh, cum skin and foreskins, what the hell is that all about? It'll be on the Instagram page.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say with your little editing magic, you could probably put it right here. Boom,
Oh, that's true.
timestamp.
That's a good point. I could just put fucking cum and foreskins all over the podcast. Okay, hold on. 12:50. No, it wasn't that late.
Are you on yesterday?
No, I'm on today.
Oh, okay. I was like,
So, what were we talking about right before this?
right before which part?
About before we started doing this Google search for what I was trying to talk about.
Let's see. We was talking about why the weed smokers annoy you like the extremists,
Yep.
and then we talked.
And then I was rolling into the other conversation, right?
Right, and then that's just where we went off to the other one.
Okay, hold on.
Because you were like, it's like
let me make sure that I'm on the same page. Hold on. What the fuck? Golly. Because I remember we started talking about Taiwan. That was a whole fucking weird conversation that I did not expect in any way. Whatever, man. I can't remember what the fuck it is that I was going towards. But,
They just want fuel-efficient cars and clean water.
But like I said, there could be people living right next door to you who that's what they want. But in the terms of the nation, people in Colorado want gun control. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing, and that's why those like pages you see me following, like into Taiwan, they're political pages. I don't know how I got to the political parts, but that's why I think it's funny because I'm like, oh wow.
This was a question I meant to ask you like 5 days ago when I found out about this.
Yeah.
Do you fucking Google Translate everything?
I don't have to. Facebook has a translate button,
Man.
so I'll just
See, I don't
I'll
know,
just
man.
click it.
I don't know. I don't know if I trust
I don't have the patience. I will though sometimes to like I don't know because I don't know if any of them actually even see what I put.
Well,
But
of course not. They don't care about
I'll,
Americans.
I'll sometimes
You'll
go
friend
through.
request.
No, not like that. But I'll go to the translate and I'll try to just write something and then I'll copy their symbols and all that, and then I'll paste it in there to be like, oh look, I'm speaking with you. But what really got me interested, and this just caught me off guard, is like I don't know why I was like, oh these people have a sense of humor because I don't know why I thought they didn't, but this dude's profile picture was Leonardo DiCaprio from Django Unchained, but he was fat. Going, and I was like, and that's why I thought he was American. No, he was from Taiwan too.
These fucking guys, bro. That's why. Okay, so on Facebook, especially, I will fucking not like. I'll click on people's profiles. Don't get me wrong. But I will not fucking friend request them. I won't do shit. I don't give a fuck about your life. Typically, because of what it is that like I found your profile in. So, for instance, I'm in a group called Thank You Neon Hair. Very cool. And it's a whole group on Facebook. I love it. I shit you not, it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. But just like any other group, there's some things that are kind of like, that's kind of a reach. I think you're just looking for attention.
Right.
But there's people in there. A lot of them have like anime profile pics or like it's like a fucking meme or some fucking random dumb Photoshop that they made.
Just like mine.
No. See, like yours is different though because I could be biased because I know you, so it's not a big deal.
But mine's also like a drawing of me.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like it's still me. Even when I Photoshop me, it's still me.
Like it's still
not...
you. Like if they were to scroll through your pictures, they'd be like, "Oh, I can see the resemblance." But when I fucking find, a picture of some fucking random anime character, and your name is in Russian, I don't care what you say.
I'm Neruto Uchiha.
Yeah, no shit. Like, it's like, I kind of don't care what you say. I could care less what your fucking opinion in this world is. Which also leads into the conversation that we were having about trolls. Where, in the grand scheme of things, those people are strictly looking for attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be willing to bet that 99% of the time, they're male. And they don't have enough money in their accounts to, subscribe to somebody's OnlyFans. So they decide the only way that I'll get attention is by saying racist things on Facebook. And then complaining about how I've been in Facebook jail for 30 days. Or my whole account got banned. Or whatever the fucking case may be.
Or you could be like me and just try to be funny with your homie, and the next thing you know, Facebook catch you.
So that almost happened to me. I appealed the decision, but they said, "Hey man, one more strike." They said, "Yeah, we looked at your appeal. Fuck you." But I got one more strike. I'll tell you the word afterwards. It was an F word, but it's not the F word that it's not fuck. Because,
I had a feeling.
Because I was hammered.
Mm-hmm.
And, growing up when we did, and especially when I grew up in the military, that word was fucking thrown around like it was fucking currency, bro. So, you know, it was one of those things.
All I did was tell you to show me your tits, and then I had to go to a whole sexual harassment course thing that Facebook sent me.
Joe, did you actually?
So it wasn't like a course. So what happened was, I put the comment. I said, "Show me your tits."
Uh-huh.
Mind you, I wasn't saying it to a woman. Everybody, I said it to this man right here.
Yeah, but they don't know
he was
that I'm a
talking
woman.
about.
They don't know what I identify as. Maybe that's what the problem was.
Because we were making a thing about him making an OnlyFans, so I said, "Hell yeah, you know, show me your free the tata." And so next thing I know, Facebook's like, "Hey, bitch," and I'm like, oh, "Okay, this is cool." So I read the message. I'm like, "Fine, whatever." They're like 7-day ban. So I click continue, and it says, "Do you know how sexual harassment makes women feel?" And then I click again, and it's like, "Women, blah, 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 on average are harassed this many times." And I'm like, okay, click again. And it's this whole, like, page of, like, sexual harassments that happen against women. And I just kept clicking through, and it wasn't ending. And I was like, but I didn't harass any women.
I'm not trying to laugh, because obviously sexual harassment's it's a very real deal.
But I'm in the same boat.
Christ!
I'm trying not to laugh too, but because I was like, I'd understand if I was.
Hey, did you understand what you just fucking said to that guy? That person on this planet?
Like,
Get
I'd understand.
the fuck out of here, bro. You're a
I'd understand.
This kind of all ties in, like, not to bring up old memories or things that people don't know about. There's a certain someone that I may or may not know who was classified as a quote-unquote woman beater because of a certain thing that happened in a mall where I live. Okay? I get the feeling that the feelings that person was feeling in that time are the same feelings that you were feeling at that time. Reading all of that, you're like, I don't know what I did wrong. Like, what?
Because
I'm just fucking hanging out with my homies. Like, this is a crime? Are you junking me?
And that's the thing. As I go through it, I'm like, okay, if I would have told this to a woman, sure. But I was talking to the homie. He didn't report it.
We've been friends on Facebook for years.
You haven't banned us for what we tell each other in the chat.
I was thinking about that earlier when we were having the conversation about extremists and people who don't, like, denounce the extremists. Because you were like, yeah, it's kind of like this group. A lot of them are cool. But then there's the absolute people who just ruin it for everything. And I remember reading that and I said, yo, he's about to get banned. I shit you not. I was at work and I read that and I said, yo, this guy is about to get a fucking 30-day ban because I just got that. So the same word that you used was the same word that I used on a comment. And I was like, hey, wait a second. Wait, hey, time out. Hey, wait a minute. You know, hey, you can't use that word here. But, hey, you know, hey.
And the issue is, I don't be discriminating nobody. I don't care what nobody do. You know what I mean? Shit. And neither do you. And it's like, we don't care what people are. We don't care what people do. And so, like, and with mine, it was like yeah, and especially with like that, like you just bringing up a point of like, here's a difference between blah 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 versus blah blah blah. This is what is seen, but I don't know. Facebook just weird sometimes. It is what it is. There are times where I've just like not spoken to somebody on Facebook, like on a post, just because I'm like, you know what, this might get misconstrued, and Facebook will probably flag it and say, whoa, wait, hey, whoa.
So. I think the thing with Facebook is because it is so like readily available to people that people so it was the same podcast that I was listening to where he said, hey, if all you have in your ideals is a dollar sign, it's going to be a long road. The same podcast, same guy. And he was talking about how, like, I'm trying to think of the exact words that he was using. But it's I guess, like, the connotation is escaping me. But fuck, I kind of forgot what I was talking about. Golly, bro.
It's okay, B. It happens, B. It's a late Friday night. We're just getting excited. It's gonna be the weekend soon, B.
But the grand scheme of things is that, people they'll continue. Look, like, at this point in our lives, this podcast will not fucking ever get monetized. Like this particular episode, and I'm gonna make a point why. It's like saying the word retard. People will fucking scoff at you like you are the fucking devil himself if you say the word retard.
You're speaking from personal experience, too, huh?
Personal experience, for sure. But also, the fact that you have to, like, let's just say you're posting a meme. It has to be censored on Facebook. So the algorithm can't catch it and be like, oh, that's what that is. But growing up, in the time that you and I grew up, that was either an insult or you were joking and smoking with your buddies and you're like, hey, you're fucking retarded, bro. We still say it to each other to this day. Granted, I try not to say it as much, but the fact of the matter is that those words still exist. There are people before us who are trying to get that word banned and censored. And it didn't happen. People still learn those fucking words. And so, how is it that cancel culture is going to work? Think about it. People are still going to know what the N-word is. People are going to still know the word retard or faggot or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere, somehow, along the line, kids, especially kids in a public school, that was the first time I ever started cussing on a regular basis, bro.
Public schools, though. That's what we told that lady.
It is. It's public. Like, that's like as close to real life as you can get.
That's what we told that lady at the burger place. We went to public school.
We went to public school, bro. And I don't think that this is my personal bias, but I don't think that either of us are bad people.
Try not to be.
I try not to be a bad person. I try to, I try to keep my road rage to a minimum. I don't yell at people in real life. Like, I'm not gonna...
I pay my taxes.
I pay my taxes. I'm not gonna go out of my way to shame a waitress because I wanted onion rings instead of fries. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like this weird generational gap between people who are born in like the 60s who are like, no, listen, we can say those things because we were born with them. And then there's the people who are born after us who are like, no, you can't say those things because blah, blah, blah.
And I think it's more than that because I was playing Call of Duty and I've been called everything under the sun, and that was just last week. So it's still going strong. I think it's just more of a social media thing.
And I think so too. Like, let's just say that Joe Biden, the most incompetent human being on the planet, I shit you not, I would rather have Donald Trump as president than Joe Biden. That fucking guy is a joke. There's no fucking way he should be president. I'm not saying that Donald Trump should be president, but there's no fucking way that Joe Biden should have been elected president of the United States of America. Anyway.
Don't you have your jerk off of the week you wanted to talk about, B?
Okay. So, you might have to refresh my memory because my memory is fucking ass.
Your DoorDash?
Okay. Yep. That's the fucking guy. So, with Joe Biden, clearly, and I hope whoever's roommate is listening to this, laying on the fucking couch, covered in blankets, I hope you're seething at the fact that we fucking hate Joe Biden here at the Brews and Bros podcast. I hope you're seething. I hope you're so mad that you leave the apartment. It's not even...
No, it's not even the roommate. It's the cousin's girlfriend got dumped.
It's the cousin's roommate's ex. I hope you're fucking seething, bro. I hope that whatever you identify as is burning inside. I fucking hate you. We hate you. You're an idiot to society because you get so mad over someone disagreeing with your opinion. Anyway. Seething, bro. I'm talking red hot fire. You know when Hades in the animated Hercules movie would just all of a sudden go from blue to red? I hope you're like that, bro. And you just stay red.
Say it one more time, B. Say
seething. Seething, bro. I hope you're seething. So, whatever day of the week it was, whether it was Wednesday, Thursday, fuck, I don't care. I ordered DoorDash because, you know, every once in a while you decide to shoot yourself. I had been drinking a little bit, so I couldn't go anywhere. So I decided to order some food.
As you should, you know, convenience. Or so we thought.
For sure. So I order from a place that, according to my app, on average, takes about 20 minutes. I said I'll add about 15 minutes to that because I don't care. Like, I don't care how long I have to wait for the food, necessarily. I care about, like, getting my food. So, I order my food, I wait, and I wait. I shit you not, I probably waited for 45 minutes. No big deal. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care about waiting. I have other things to occupy my mind. All that stuff. And it turns out that not only did I have to wait for that long, but my order was wrong. Like, completely. I got a mystery burrito and tacos I did not fucking order. And that was it. I ordered 3 things. I ordered fish tacos, a California burrito, and I can't remember the third thing off the top of my head.
California burrito, those like my favorite kind of burrito.
It's not my favorite burrito. Personally, I guess it kind of depends on where it comes from. It was chicken enchiladas was the third thing that I ordered.
Ooh.
Something that is not hard. Especially from the fucking place that I ordered it from. They don't seal that shit up. They don't care because they are 110%, and this is not a racist statement, they are 110% from Latin America. They barely fucking speak English. And they said, hey, you speak the most English, you run the drive-thru.
Yep.
So I'm waiting. I think, hell yeah, dude, my food just got here. I just got the confirmation text. I just got a picture of where my fucking food is at. Which is funny because the guy ended up taking it from the street. So all you can see is my truck, a bush, and the house. You can't see where the food
Little
is
bag.
You couldn't even see the bag.
I ain't gonna spoil nothing for them, but
So I'd say, hell yeah, let's go. Let's fucking go, baby. I'm about to fucking bomb down on some fucking Mexican food. And I shit you not, I was really fucking excited for the enchiladas, especially. I was 100% excited. So I grabbed the bag and I said, that's kind of weird. The bag seems kind of small. Meh, oh well. Who cares? You know, things happen. Not a big deal. Maybe they put one thing in with the other, whatever. Whatever was going through my head at the time. I get into my room. I peel back the bag. And there's 2 containers. 2 containers. So I said, okay, once again, they could have. So there was 2 containers in a bag. Mm-hmm. And the bag held the burrito. So I said, okay. So now that I think about it, that's why I thought everything was okay. Because they always put the burrito in like a paper bag. And then all of the other shit. So I thought, okay, bam, I got my fucking burrito. Bam, I got my fish tacos. Bam, I have my enchiladas, which always come with beans and rice.
Heck yeah, enchilada.
And so I'm fired up. I open up because I really wanted to eat the enchiladas. I open up the big to-go container first.
Big kahuna.
There's fucking nothing. And now that I really think about it, I just fucked this story completely up. Because it was the bag and the tacos. There was no big bag. Like, there was no big to-go container. And so I was mad. And I said, So I immediately text my DoorDash driver. And I was like, hey, friend. I don't mean to be that guy. But I ordered 3 things, only received 2 of them. I ordered a mystery burrito. Or, like, I received a mystery burrito. I have no fucking idea what this is. And B, I received mystery tacos. I have no fucking idea what meat this is. And so he goes, after a little bit, because I waited, because I was like, okay, if I wait, maybe he can be like, oh, fuck, man, I fucked up. I gave you the wrong order. Let me drive back to your house. Give you the right order. Nope. This fucking guy, this fucking asshole, 20 minutes later, goes, yeah, just call support. They'll help you out. And I shit you not, bro. I got fucking mad.
You made you wait 20 minutes to say that, too.
I got fucking heat because I didn't eat the food. Because I was I didn't touch the food. I pulled everything out of the bag, but I didn't fucking touch the food.
Just staring at it. Did you give him like a 0 star on a DoorDash rating?
No, so the way that DoorDash, like the app, has been for me recently is the next time I order is the next time I'll be able to rate somebody. And so I shit you not. And so as someone who has participated in DoorDash, you have, like, I shit you not, it is a step in the delivery process. You have to confirm the order to move on. This fucking guy said, there's 3 things on this fucking list. Let me grab the bag that has fucking 2. I'm gonna confirm this and I'm gonna go.
But what do you expect, man? Like, not to, like,
No.
shit on nobody's grind, but you see what I've had to go through while you were here, and I order some, and they had me walking across the comp.
But to an extent, I can get that confusion, but at the same time, I can't. Because with where you live, it's a fork. You either go left or you go right. Okay, I'm going right. There's none of the numbers are matching where the delivery says it needs to be. I need to turn around. Maybe go down the other side of the fork. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, and here's my thing. How come Domino's always get here on time, but only DoorDash does?
It's because it's fucking run by people who have barely a fucking GED. I shit
And that
you
makes it...
not.
Last one I ordered, homeboy calls me, right?
Hey, where you
So I
at?
answer. No, not even. He goes, "Hey man, I just want to make sure, I think I'm on the wrong side of the complex." I'm like, "Cool, he has it." So I tell him, "Go around, on the opposite side." I think that's the end of it. This dude starts talking to me about his job at the dispensary and just get into my house. And he's like, "Oh, I see your house." Keeps talking on the phone. I answer the door. He's like, "Hey man," hands me the food. I'm like, "All right, cool." I shut the door. I look. He's still talking to me.
Well, okay. I see 2 problems with that situation. Number 1, obviously, he's telling you shit that you don't care about. But the moment he fucking knocked on your door and you realized who it was, you didn't fucking hang up.
Well, because I was like, "Oh, cool." I was putting my phone down because sometimes still like
No.
hang it up.
To put your phone down and to hang up are 2 different things.
I know, but it's
there's a
because
setting in your phone that if you put it down, you're hanging up.
Well, I don't know, because on this one sometimes it'll like lock the screen so your face isn't all over it, and so when I have to hang it up, I have to like pull it out and like reopen it.
Gotcha.
And so I'm all like, "Cool, he's gonna hang up. Thanks, man." And it wasn't until like I'm putting my food down, I hear him just like, "Yeah, that was with Maggie's farm," and I was just and I hear,
"You have Indiana Kush."
"You ever been to Gary? Gary, Indiana. It's like Pueblo, Colorado.
Yo,
but in
Gary, Indiana. I've heard nothing but bad things about Gary, Indiana. I have heard nothing but bad things about Gary, Indiana.
The places that I've heard bad things about, just like random places, Gary, Indiana, and Macon, Georgia.
For me, Macon, Georgia isn't on the list.
It's on mine, and it's funny because I've had people who I've like talked to at previous jobs, like, "Oh, I'm from Macon," and because I know like I've heard it's such a bad place, I'm always like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that," and then they just go, "Yeah," and they just leave, and I'm like, "Is it that bad?"
Well, to be fair, if I told people, because obviously you and I live in Colorado, if I told people that I was from fucking Pueblo, I would not tell people that I was from Pueblo.
I don't know if I ever told you
God,
about this.
I wouldn't tell people that we were from Denver.
No, I'd probably say if anything, like if I wasn't from the Springs, I'd probably say I'm from Parachute, Colorado.
I'm from Peyton.
Yeah, there you go. That works.
I'm from Peyton. I'm from Longmont. I'm from Westcliff. I'm from every fucking town that is not Denver and the suburbs around Denver or Pueblo.
Well, and again, I don't know if I ever told you this, but when I went, because it wasn't the time I was with you, or maybe it was, but it was one of the times I'd seen Kevin Smith, and he was talking about how he had gone to Pueblo, and everybody just starts booing.
That wasn't with me. That wasn't with me.
Well, okay, so it was at the Fine Arts Center, and everyone just starts booing, and he was like, "What's wrong with Pueblo?" And this one guy goes, "It's fucking Pueblo."
it's fucking true. I remember getting out of the military. Me and my buddy are driving back. We hit Albuquerque, New Mexico at like 3:30 in the morning. It's fucking late. We said, hey man, we're like 5.5, 6 hours away from where you live, for me. Let's just keep going. So I said, fuck yeah, let's go. So we start driving. Up through the fucking pass. We get to Pueblo. It's 5 a.m. in Pueblo. And I said, bro, you gotta get the fuck out of here. I have no idea how close we are to the springs, but you gotta fucking keep going, bro.
You gotta get out of Pueblo.
And, he's from Colorado as well, but, like, he was from, like, a way smaller town than we were. Like, I think, if I remember correctly, like, his hometown, like, they had a couple thousand people. Whereas with us, we grew up in a town that had a couple 100,000 people. And so he was probably like, hey man, what's wrong with Pueblo? But like for us, it's like, dude, you gotta get the fuck out of here. I shit you not, I refuse to go to Pueblo for anything. I don't give a shit if you have the best deal on a car, truck, whatever it is that you're fucking selling. I'm not fucking going down there. I do not care.
I go there for my family because I like seeing my grandma and stuff. But
that's
fair.
That's fair. That's fair. That's
not
fair.
much else though. There ain't much else out there. Because I remember my mom wanted to go to the Chili Fest, and they do that in Pueblo every year. So I went with her. No big deal. We're at this nicer hotel in Pueblo, and then we're going downstairs and out the lobby and everything to go to the Carl's Jr. across the street to get some food. And I remember this dude walks up to me, and he's like, "Hey man, you got any money?" And I looked him dead in his eye. I was like, "What makes you think I have money?" Like I'm wearing all these like Raiders. I look like a cholo, but like with like the, and I'm just standing there in my Raiders gear like that, just staring at him, and he's all like,
Yeah, all right.
"Hey,
Yeah, all right.
get out of me, swamp fool! Like, I'll get out of here, swamp essay. Just give me a minute."
Dude.
Walk away, and he can go. I messed it up. I
know you did, but you tried to save it there, bro. Bro, our favorite friend on Facebook. I think this is probably a good spot to end it because I have no idea how long this podcast has been. But I'm starting to get tired, and I know you are.
No, you're good. I think it's a little bit under an hour because you texted me, and I'm gonna say this verbatim. Golly, at 7:18.
At 7:18, so okay, so it is just under an hour, which is fine.
Which isn't bad. Like it's just we gotta get used to this. You're moving.
You're moving. Late. I'm moving. I don't want to trip. I don't want to tell people where because I'll tell you about that after I stop recording the OBS.
Is it about the package person?
No. Something completely different that stumbled across my, like it happened like a couple days ago. It's nothing crazy. It was weird. But
I got you.
With that being said, I think, like I said, I think that's a good place to end. Our favorite friend is commenting on everything that I fucking know and love.
Again.
I just checked my phone and I had a comment notification and that he likes a photo. But
it's that time of night. He's waking up. He's going.
Like a fucking vampire in Skyrim, bro. He's like when you shoot the Draugr and you don't have 100 sneak. So, with that being said, make sure to follow us on Spotify, on YouTube, on whatever the fuck you decide. As long as it's YouTube or Spotify, because that's where the podcast is primarily held.
Yeah.
Shit. Excuse me. Also, follow Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I would not really see anything from the Twitter, personally, because I don't fucking post on there. Instagram, I just posted a new meme. I do not know if you saw it.
I did not.
That shit is fucking hilarious. I saw it at 4:45 this morning, and I was fucking dying. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Hold on, I gotta scroll through these wholesome posts. I want to get my IRL
on Instagram. Bruiser Bros Pod.
Oh, that's why I looked
shit.
you up. I looked you up on
Stupido, bro.
I said that's a fucking cat.
That's a cat. I post cats on my personal Instagram.
Is it the Forrest Gump one?
No, I have to fucking look.
For the rare insults?
No.
British?
It's the British one.
Okay. I'm going to read it out loud. British BDSM is probably hilarious. Right there, lass. You've been quite a horrid little wench you have. Methinks a few lashes across the bottom should fix you, you saucy tart. The safe word is I gov. Not so bloody hard, isn't it?
In my head, so like I said, it's 4:45 in the morning, and I'm scrolling through Facebook, just like doing whatever, and I see this meme, and I say British BDSM. What's that all about? What? Like, what the fuck? And then I said, right, lass, you've been quite old with these you little wench, have you? Methinks. A few lashes across your bottom should fix you, sassy tart. The safe word is, oi gov. Not so bloody hard, isn't it? I read that out loud in my mind in that same voice.
Yeah, that's right. Suck those Harry Bollocks.
Look.
I'm fucking you raw.
I don't care about British people. I don't care about your fucking dumb accent that you only do around Americans. I don't fucking care. The fact that you say the word bollocks instead of balls. Imagine. Think of yourself in a very high, tense sexual situation with a girl. You just met, you hooked up at the bar, and you're fucking stroking your fucking dick, and all you can say is, suck me bollocks? Get the fuck out of here. You are a fucking SpongeBob character, and I hate you.
This one's too much. Use my wanker as a toothbrush, love.
Dude,
You
no
know where
shit.
toothbrush is? Let me show you where toothbrush is. Yeah. Show father how to use that wanker. Yeah. Suck the bell end. Lick the top of the bell end. Yeah. You scab little ass, you.
That's where I draw the end of the line. That's the end of the podcast right there. My name is Brandon. That's Brendan, obviously. Thanks for listening to the Bruise and Bros podcast. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. Make sure to follow the friends of the platform, or friends of the podcast on their selective platforms, whether it be Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, whatever the fucking case may be. That's all I got. You got anything?
I do.
That was the end of the podcast, by the way, B. Oh, shit. Hold on. Fuck. Dude, okay. I shit you not. I didn't mean to hang up. I meant to fucking...
That's a perfect ending.